I'm back. I took some time off. Well needed. Did not mean to. But one thing I found out and learned with this whole social media and YouTube adventure, the burnout is real. And what I mean by that is you get to the point where you don't... Are they done? I'm trying to film in here. You get to the point of filming, editing, and plotting, and fixing, and setting up, and brainstorming, and our water jug is out of order. Damn it. Planning, arranging. If you're doing it with people, getting people involved. We do outdoors content a lot, so for us it's like constantly having to have the boat ready, charged up, making sure we go out every week to try and film. It's a lot of work. It's more than like a part-time job. It's another full-time job. And one thing I've learned, what you don't do, you don't get. So I burnt out. Just normalcy, nothing crazy. It was just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna put this down for a minute, because I couldn't find a whole lot of fun and passion in what I was doing. So with that being said, I decided to change things up a little bit and kind of get a little bit more creative with it. I think that's where I lacked a lot, was the creativity. I was going through the motions. I was just doing what I wanted to do, doing what I thought I had to do, taking advice from everything else, and not really thinking about what I want to do. What do I want to do? How do I want to present myself? How do I want to show up? What type of things do I want to make? My first YouTube channel, that's what I did. I did everything the way I wanted to do it. Although we didn't grow a massive following, it still felt a lot better doing it that way than it does this way, where kind of just like going by the script. So that being said, I've decided to change things up a little bit. Now, if you're wondering, here we go. Danny's gonna change it up again. I'm not. I'm gonna add to it this time. You see, I've learned in this life, you only get one chance. And you get to do it how you want to do it. I think there's a lot there. A lot of people don't realize that. Or they're stuck in the rat race. So, will we be filming outdoor content? Yes. But I will be adding more into this channel than just outdoor content, because guess what? Outdoors is unreliable. I'm not a weatherman, but every now and then they get it right. And that's bad statistics. I want them to get it right 90% of the time. Oh. So from here on out, you're going to get a lot of different content. We're going to have some health and fitness content. We're going to have some day in the life content. We're going to have some outdoors content. And we are going to have whatever comes to mind type of content, because I think that's where I shine the most, is being random. My ADHD kicks in. I'm a Gemini. I like to do a million different things. Hell, I'm 40 years old and I just picked up a hockey league. Who would have thought, right? Anyway, that's what this channel is going to be about now, is all the different stuff. And yes, we do keep our tortillas in the microwave because, well, it's our bread box. We don't use microwaves. They're toxic. You want to see a cool trick? Can you see? Yeah. It's a lot cooler in my head. Today's breakfast is eggs. I do 2 whole eggs and 3 egg whites, I believe. I've got ground sirloin burger that we made yesterday, and then this is very common, I do this every single day. This is, man, I can't remember. 130 grams of cottage cheese, low fat, and 120 grams of blueberries frozen. I don't know. It's just what I've done. I did a massive, aggressive cut. not too long ago, and yeah, that was one of my favorite meals because it gave me that sweetness in the morning. So, also, I will be working with some local content creators and brands, and this is one of them right here. Is it focusing? Autofocus. Is it not on? There we go. Sauce Daddy. I met this guy a couple years ago. I was working with some other guy, marketing, whatever, and he was in the hallway, and we passed by, and he was like introducing me to him about this hot sauce and blah blah blah, and I was like, dude, that's sick. I love hot sauce. He's like, oh, here's a bottle, and I was like, dude, straight up, like, dope. And that was my favorite hot sauce. And then we basically just went and saw at one of his booths, and I copped just a little bottle. I got to get a bigger one. I forgot which one it was that he gave me, so I don't want to get the big one because like I'm good on regular hot sauce. This is lime and basil, best thing you'll ever have. Literally, pick it up. You can get it on his website. It's good stuff. So this is gonna go on Meter app. Boom, and we're out. So I'm gonna eat this breakfast, and then I've got some things to do. We got hockey tonight. I am trying to find a way to film the hockey because it's pretty enjoyable and fun, but I'm not going to strap a huge GoPro to my helmet. It just doesn't make sense. I think I'm going to have to go like Insta 360 cam, Instacam 360, whatever it is, and like put it like here. I don't know. We'll figure that out. So I just realized today that today has been, has it been 1 year on YouTube? When did I post my first, let's open it up here. Let's see. August 3rd, 2025. So, it actually is a year and 10 days since I first started YouTube. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. 1 year. Now, I did take breaks. So let's get into that a little bit about my statistics with YouTube. Because, you know, why not, right? Let's go to analytics. So, I'm proud of this, right? I know there's people out there that have done way better in shorter time and probably are to the point of monetization now. I am not yet, so subscribe, help a brother out, go watch some videos, let him run a little. I don't know, you know, some things that we could do to help each other out. So I've posted 41 long form videos, which again, 92% consistency. Okay, I mean, I skipped 10 weeks out of the whole year. I think that's pretty good. Being that I changed my mind like the wind changes and butterflies, whatever. 204 shorts. That's averaged out to 2 shorts a week. No, that's 4 shorts a week. That's not bad. Not bad. But again, not consistently. I would go ham for, I don't know, 2 months, posting 2 to 3 a day, and then I wouldn't do anything. And the thing that I've realized is this. You can play the game, or you can just do this because you love to do it. And I was playing the game, and the game is stressful. And posting shorts nonstop is just like, oh my God, dude, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Now keep in mind, I have 4 kids. I have a wife to attend to. I have to be a husband, a dad, a father, a brother, friend, all of those things. I want to do things. I don't want to just always be filming. I have a business I'm running. Like, I have so many things going on that, yeah, I have time, right? I'm not saying like, oh, I'm so busy. I have time to do it, but like, what is more important? Is it getting on there, editing a short, posting it, spending 30 minutes doing it, or having a 30-minute conversation with my wife, or whatever, right? So it got to the point where it was just like, I'm not doing shorts anymore. And the other thing is like, I don't want to build my audience around shorts. I want to build my audience around long form. That's it. I don't want to be like the whole, you know, reel feed. I want to be long form, bring back attention, have attention span, and that's that. So our total views for the entire year and a couple days, whatever, since I started YouTube. Shorts, we have 632,000 views. That's bonkers. I have over 1 million, almost 1.5 million views across the board. Now again, I know there's content creators out there that have like 18 million views every month. Okay, cool, great, awesome. This is from a guy who literally half-assed it. Over 1 million views across the board on all platforms. My long form, 20.7 thousand views. You know, good for me, not great. I don't know. You tell me. And right now we're sitting at 551 subscribers. But here's the big deal. 353 of those subscribers came from my shorts. And that's what I'm saying. The difference is if you have a shorts heavy channel, you're not going to get the long form. It's going to be harder to make this a business because the long form is where you make a lot of your money unless you're doing millions of views of shorts every month, you know? And that's what they require, millions of views. I've only gotten 84 from my long form. So, that being said, like, you know, that's why I changed. I had to take a step back, had to revert, and I had to just say, what do you want to do? Because really, at this point, I'm going to do what I want to do, right? That's all there is to it. Anyway, it's been a year on YouTube. I'm cool with my progress. I love the fact that I have all of these memories to look back on and things I did. And, you know, I've got a lot of videos out, 40-something videos. I'm hoping to get one a week this year, maybe 2 a week. You know, we're going to step up into like the day of the lives, all that stuff. So if I was giving anybody advice on their first endeavor in YouTube, I would say do it. Do it, but don't get too technical. I have drones. This is my 3rd drone. I have, you know, GoPros. I have DJIs. I have all the clips and attachments. I have batteries out the wazoo. I have the DJI mics. I have my Sony Alpha 7C camera with my Sony shotgun mic. I have tripods. I have everything. I always have to bring a bag with me or a box or something of that nature. I have this big computer set up, you know, brand new MacBook. Like, I went ham on it all. And I realized that, one, all you need is one camera. And it could be this one right here. For sure, could be that one. Now, I found it very difficult to use because you have to transfer the footage, and that was a little bit difficult for me. It just didn't really... I did notice that when I got one of these hard drives, the Ace Lacy's, I was able to plug this into my phone and boom, right away. So that made it a lot easier. But I'm also a tech junkie, a gear junkie. I like gear. So when I saw my beautiful dream camera for sale on Marketplace, I you know, put it in a bid, made a deal, got it. And then we sought out the Sony shotgun mic. I think it's the EBM1, the EBM1. I don't remember. I can't see. It doesn't say. But it gives the best sound, in my opinion. So I've used the DJIs. I think these are the mic 2s. I don't know. I don't care for them. I used to have a Comica. When I started the channel, I had a Comica 4 mic set up, and it did pretty well. I just wanted something a little bit better, and because I was upgrading and getting the DJI camera, I wanted the mic to be able to Bluetooth to the camera and not have to have the receiver. But I don't know, too much. You don't need all this. You can literally just do it with your phone, or you could go buy a GoPro. Do you know how many people have millions of subs and they're just using a GoPro? And this is the 12. This is fairly new. Like, I bought it what last couple months from the store, so it's fairly new. And they're doing millions of views with just this thing. So it really, and I mean, like, almost everybody has a GoPro, let's be honest. So you can do it with a lot less. You can do it with your phone if you want. I was watching, we redid our deck and put a big 55-inch TV out there, so like when I'm cooking, I can, you know, watch something. Who knows? But we were watching The Pioneer Woman. Yes, we were. And she was filming her entire episode with iPhones. The entire thing. All on iPhones. So that goes to show you. You don't have to have, you know, an FX3, FX30, you know, cinema camera. Like, you don't have to have all that. You don't even have to have what I have. Like, I am just this way. So I went that route. But you can do it with your iPhones. Set your settings right. Adjust all of your stuff. And you're good to go. And just get out there and share your story with the world. I always thought, oh, what's my story? What's my story? I have no story to share. Yeah, I do. I'm freaking crazy, dude. I do a lot of different things. You know, like, we're always doing stuff. We're always out. We're always, you know, plotting and trying to change this and do that and do this. And, like, I'm never doing the same thing every week. And I think that's, like, maybe what people want to see. I don't know, you know? But in my opinion, I miss making cool videos, and I got into the habit of making production videos. And you know, I'm not gonna say it was bad. I think it was good. I liked it, and we'll still make those videos. I'll still make the fishing videos. We'll still do all of that. But I want more. I want more, and I want to give more. And I think that's the beauty of life, is you can just give by being yourself. And I don't think everybody knows that. I think everybody thinks that you have to have something to give. But you don't need to have something to give. You can just be yourself, and you can give more than anybody's ever needed. I gotta go do some things. So come along for the ride. Last night was a doozer. But we're at work today. And I'm gonna wrap these cabinets up. So with all of this, we had painting, flooring to replace, a bunch of different things, but ripped out a vanity, not a vanity, well, we redid the whole bathroom. I ripped out the pantry and put the cabinets in place, and me, with the help of my tile guys, did everything. There wasn't anybody else in here besides me. Just kind of what I love to do. Like to work and get it done, right? I've been waiting 2 weeks on my finishing parts delivery, but again, this is like kind of day in the life stuff, so enjoy. I'm going to basically put the POV on my chest and start getting some stuff done. Alright guys, we have a couple things to do today. Crown, toe kick, finishing up some stuff, this and that. Got nails. Let's get rolling here. Beautiful, everything clean. All right. Let's measure it and see what we need. All right. So, ooh, your knees here. Inside that is 48 and 13/16. butt end in, cut end, I should say. This is my first time using an Insta360, so bear with me here. Alright. Boom. We'll bring it up because we got plenty of give in there. I'm gonna do 1 3/4. All right. Cope toe kick. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in. We're gonna cope in, so we want to go this way. So you want to put things not. So you want to put a 45-degree cut on this side. Watch your fingers. Now we're going to take this from the end, go 91 3/4. Okay. So at this end, we're going to do a back cut, which I usually do about a 22.5-ish. It kind of varies depending on what I'm doing, but I don't like to go all the way. I like to give it just a little, gives it just enough of a back cut to not, you know, look like crap. Now we got to cope. Normally I would cope these with a saw, but we're doing it with this. So, coped. I know it's a little frowned upon, but you know what? It really does work in a pinch. We're gonna test it out there. Good there. It's a little long here, and I figured it would be. So, let's cut that down. And this should be good to go. Got my favorite gun. Okay, beautiful. Now, see that right there? See how perfect that is? That's what you want. Alright, we're gonna do the crown. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to do crown. Now, I'm going to measure from flat to flat. So it is 40. Well, we're going to go 40 and 3/4. So we say if I can always cut some off. So we're going to take it. Now here's the real trick. So the trick is, this is how you want to set your saw. These numbers, this number, they mean everything. So what we're gonna do, first we're gonna set it at 31.6, and then we're gonna set it at 33.9. My saw's a little different. I know my saw, you gotta set it right below it. So our crown, it's always gonna have a profile swoop up, profile down, and then you're gonna cut it flat, just like that. So you can do, oops, gotta take my guards off. See if I can get them off. I probably can't. Okay. It's a pretty important step. As you can tell, I've already cut mine. Let's go back. 839. Alright, now what I'll do is, usually always have scraps laying around, i.e. scraps. I will cut them. So that I know is my outside corner. Now I don't have to waste a piece. I know this cut is for here. Okay, so to cut the other side, 40 and 3/4, flat to flat. So I'll bring my saw all the way down and go, okay, that's where I need to cut. Gives you a way better result than trying to cut the top piece. Sometimes the top won't line up right. Okay, I'll fix that. What's up? I just kind of want it tacked. So, in, over, and I'm just gonna have to pull that one in. Okay. Alright, so one thing I did mess up on here, which we all make mistakes, is this. We had a bunch of different handles, and I drilled the wrong one in all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these cabinets. So, you know, on my part, that was a $500 mistake. So, if you're doing this, be sure not to do that, because that is not fun to pay for. So, we're going to get all these swapped out, and then we're going to work on this drain, get this correct, and then touch up somewhere out. Alright, all that random stuff is done. Now we've got to swap this drain out. It's a difficult one because the drain is too high. And we tried using this, I guess it's called a snappy trap. I think it worked pretty well, but the customers want it to be white. So, we're gonna go with that. And I've got to get a drill or a screwdriver, but that's what we're gonna go with. Went to the plumbing supply house and they helped me out, got me what I needed. So now we're going to build it out and connect it with white PVC because we do everything right around here. Let's get to it. If you go to a plumbing supply house, you will see that these things are reasonably cheaper. This whole setup was $9. The entire thing, everything I need. If you go to Home Depot, this is $12 alone. The P-trap is like $16, and then this kit is like $29.99. So it just goes to show you where your money is going. This is a very important part. It should come with the flanges, but it's essentially a washer, and it goes right here. Boom, just like that. Very important. Alright, let's take a look. So, here's what we did. We've got a 90 elbow over to a dishwasher stem. Dishwasher's feeding from the top. Now it has a directional flow, so it'll in. And we have our T, waistline T, coming down to the P-trap, all the way back to the 90 out. So, if you're in a position doing this, and your wall pipe, wall, whatever you want to call that area, I call it I don't know, waist, wall waist height is too high. When you're remodeling a kitchen, you didn't catch it, whatever, this is the way to go. So we're going to test it now. Just got to fill up with water in the P-trap and then it'll start correctly draining. No leak. No leak. Go over here. Alright. Test is done. No leaks. I've got some touch-ups and I'm out of here. Gotta do a little wax. A little punching and waxing, and then we're done with this job.